Hi everybody, I want to do a quick divine masculine reading. I just want to know the energy behind the divine masculine at this moment. I've been feeling like divine masculine has been in search of itself and a little bit off balance, but I just want to see perhaps maybe if I'm picking up wrong, just with everything going on in the country, in the world, with like the sex war between men and women. I'm just curious as to see what's going on. So I'm gonna pull a shadow card first and then take it from there. This reading is all alleged and for entertainment purposes only. Keep what resonates and leave the rest if it doesn't. Okay, I think I'm gonna keep that one. I'm gonna count 10. Okay. All right, so there you go. Look at the Empress. Very interesting that the Empress card came out for a divine masculine reading, but I think I'm not surprised. I'm not really surprised. And we have a Queen of Pentacles and a Seven of Swords. I think what I'm picking up, okay, if I read it as to, if I read it in the aspect of like the divine masculine versus divine feminine, like what's that war between, like what is the war about? Is okay, I'm definitely picking up the fact that women can bring life into the world is a big issue. Why is it a big issue? There's a couple things happening. One, women hold the power to bring forth life, but in this deck, the Empress is giving birth to demons. So there's two things I pick up with this. Not just only the Lilith energy behind that, but the fact that women can bring forth life. There is a power dynamic, a struggle there. Also that women are are a vessel to bring them into the world. So they are using, so it's kind of like, well, if I can't beat them, I'm going to try to manipulate the energy to my, how you say, like to my benefit. You're going to bring forth out the type of energy I want. If I'm gonna trying to control it, because it's something that they can't really control per se. They contribute to, so what they're doing is like trying to contribute to birth out more of this demonic energy into this world, more of like, or I'm gonna burden you. It's about like burdening you. If I read it in that aspect. Ten of Swords. Yeah, the feeling of, and especially got the Seven of Swords, always feeling like they're tired of having to, like, they feel like they work really hard, or if they don't work hard, they feel like the stacks are hard for them to get anything. And there is a resentment there. It's mostly in their mind though. They just feel already mentally burdened, like, what's the point? It's so hard. Why can't it come easy? It's very interesting. And here's like, it's funny, I'm asking about divine masculine and feminine cards come up. Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, they do recognize that women hold the coin, hold the bag. That they do recognize the strength and power of feminine energy, but it's like a perverted or inverted view of it. Like, oh, they're just out for money. Oh, you want too much. Like, there's like a distrust, like a betrayal, and somewhat like nothing is ever good enough. I just want to like pull clarifiers, especially for that justice. Yeah, they feel like there's an imbalance with not just within themselves but within the world, and this is their like controlling, or they feel like the energy that they're putting out now is a way to bring them balance, but in fact is bringing them more imbalance. Okay, it's too many. It's too much. I'm just gonna put it back. I'm just gonna pull 4 cards. Okay. Oh no, too many. Let me just. Thank you. Yeah, this is their way of trying to get to that. Okay, this in their mind, this is their way of trying to get balance in life, trying to get the. I want the joys and fruits of the labor, but they're not doing it in a balanced, harmony way, like harmonious way. Excuse me, a harmonious way with divine feminine. They're trying to like either remove divine feminine or control it, as opposed to working in conjunction with it, in partnership, in balance, in yin and yang with it. I think deep down they feel like they're doing the right thing, like they're like, because the 4 Wands came up, but look at their home, 9 of Pentacles, and it's a feminine energy too. It's gonna be out of the detriment of feminine energy, but they, in their mind, they're thinking that they're obtaining, like this is their way of obtaining. I don't want to use the word American dream, but I only use that for the sake of like I'm American, but in their mind they think that the steps and the actions that they're taking is in pursuit of family and the pursuit of all happiness and joy and building a life. But it's gonna come, because they have like the 10 of Cups here. They're like, hey, I'm coming in like a 9 of Cups. I'm coming in with good intentions. They really definitely feel like their intentions are good, but it's in a perverted way. Like it's in a dark way. Like they've convinced themselves like, okay, this is how we're gonna, like, what's the problem? This is me trying to build a life and build that dream and start a family. I'm doing everything right, but it's at the cost of isolating their defined feminine energy even within themselves, because we both have masculine and feminine energy within us. So I'm just curious as to why is it like devoid of their feminine energy. And honestly, there's an energy they feel like if they could figure out how to like give birth or create life on their own without women, they would. I'm not saying that's all of divine masculine, but there's like an energy there of that. Let me think. I'm just gonna do, let me see, Moonology. Just want to get the energy. And I'm gonna pull an Ancestors card, and I'm being drawn to pull a Saint Michael card and a Soul Lessons, because I want to know what the soul lesson is. Okay, oh, interesting. You are good enough. Full moon in Virgo, another feminine energy. It's quite interesting, quite interesting. Luck is on your side. New moon in Sagittarius. I'll pull that bottom of the deck energy and I'll pull something else. Came in reverse though, that's interesting. Be bold to make the first move, Cardinal. Okay, what I'm getting to, Spirit is asking Divine Masculine to be bold and make the first move into the, when it comes to their life, to be confident that they don't need to worry, that they just have to start. I think the common theme with a lot of the readings lately is to do the work. They, not to be afraid of that hard work, or to do the work. And eventually if they tap into their feminine energy in conjunction with their masculine energy, they wouldn't have to work so hard. Because I think in their mind they feel like they have to work extremely hard to get a good life, extremely hard to get an apartment, a good job. When in fact, it's, yes, you're supposed to work hard, but not to the point of exhaustion and killing yourself. It's supposed to be in balance, in conjunction with your feminine energy, feminine energy. Feminine energy is all about creating abundance, manifesting. Whereas masculine energy is all about producing, creating, with your hands and building something from nothing, like toiling the soil and molding it, and infrastructure, and you know what I mean, like leading. And I think in couple with that, I think when you just rely on one aspect of yourself, it will feel heavy. It will feel like like it's all in vain. And it's an uphill climb. But it was never meant to be devoid of, like, man was never to be devoid of God, right? Men and women, or partnership, let's say partnership, because not everybody's in a man-woman relationship, but like starting a family, for example, was never meant to be a one person's job. It was meant to do it in conjunction, in partnership, in union. Like, we're supposed to be in union with God. We're supposed to be in union in spirit, and we are supposed to be in union with our companion, And in this case, when it comes to we're supposed to be in communion with masculine and feminine energy. There's opportunity to. I like that they have everything but the quarter moon here, too. I think that's telling too, because I think sometimes we can take it upon ourselves to want to jump from the beginning and go all the way to having our 9 or 10 of cups, our harvest, right? Without doing that extra work. There's a piece missing, which is a quarter moon. We got the half moon, we have the crescent moon, you have the new moon, but we have the full moon, but we're missing a quarter. So there's always that missing piece. To help further along the goals that Divine Masculine has. Spirit is saying luck is on your side, and hold your vision, right? Be bold and make the first move, do the work, and do it with confidence, because you are good enough. I think too, Divine Masculine needs to work on it's self-esteem, the self-esteem, and maybe redefine what worthiness looks like, value. I always say, start from the basics, start from the beginning. Be a decent human being, be a good person. Work on your character, and then be there for yourself, for your family, for your friends. And then if you be consistent with things like that, being a person of character, and then broaden out that reach to okay, I want to be a husband and a father, or a business owner, all those skill sets, you start from where you are. You know, you build upon that at the stage you are now. So if you drop the ball now, like, what say you're going to be a good boss to someone else? Or if you're inconsistent at home, what's to say you'll be a good partner to someone? If you're inconsistent at home with your parents and family and siblings, how will you be a good partner to your loved one, your wife or husband, correct? So I think that's very interesting. But there is a piece missing. Like, don't, as they pull the cart before the horse, like, don't try to jump steps or don't try to skip any steps, because each step is important. I do understand the feeling of, like, you know, I don't want to wait. Like, you know, the last couple years have been really hard. I want to move forward. I want to see progress now. And I get that. I'm like that too. And I guess that's the masculine energy in me too, who wants to be like, I need it now. I want to see progress now, right? But it's important that we don't skip certain steps, because those characteristics and those strengths is what's going to be the thing that holds that together when you do get your 10 of cups and your blessing and your household and your vision, or you get that business. You know, it's what's gonna keep things together, because you built out those skills. You didn't try to start from 0 to 100 without, you know, doing 1 through 99. And again, there's certain things, yes, to work smarter and not harder about, yes, but in the case of like personal and spiritual and mental development and healing, those things you can't really rush per se, but you can get to your goals a lot faster if you actively pursue it. Like, if you make a commitment to, like, hey, I'm gonna go to therapy, I'm gonna get some healing, I'm gonna go every week or every other week, bi-weekly, right? You increase the speed in which you heal certain things. Or if you don't avoid uncomfortable conversations or uncomfortable situations, then you'll be more likely to learn the lessons you need to learn, and you don't have to continue repeating it over and over and over again in a new job, in a new town, in a new place, with a new relationship, because you weren't afraid to confront it head on the first time, and then ask God and ask Spirit, okay, when am I supposed to learn at this moment right now? Hopefully that makes sense. I'm gonna pull Soul Journey and advice from like Saint Michael, and you know, the ancestors. What advice do you have for divine masculines? If you're enjoying this reading so far, if it resonates, would you mind giving the video a thumbs up? Please share with a divine masculine in your life, or a brother, you know, uncle, father, anyone you think they'll benefit from learning or hearing this message. Thank you for supporting the channel. Yep, self-esteem came out. Hold on, I'll show it to you. Sorry. Self-esteem. Just want to make sure, is there any other message from this deck? Okay, I'm gonna keep these. I'm gonna be, all right. Oh, interesting. Okay, loneliness stands out. Not only is it the brightest, I know that I am never alone. Okay, I think a lot of what's going on is that divine masculine energy has society. Let's just start with society. So society has told masculine energy that you have to kind of like, how you say, you know, get yourself by the bootstraps and figure it out, right? And in some aspects that's true, but a society that has a balance with its feminine energy in conjunction with its masculine energy, other societies that do have a great balance of masculine and feminine energy, they work together as a partnership, as a team. And remember, we as men and women have both masculine and feminine energy at the same time. So you have to start, instead of looking externally for that balance to happen, you first have to create that balance of your masculine and feminine energy within yourself. and then whatever's within will be reflected outward. And all your experiences and the people you meet in the soul tribe you'll run into will reflect that new change within self, right? I think there is a large aspect of divine masculines who are incredibly lonely because they don't know where to turn, don't know what to do. But just know that you're never alone. Please rely on your spiritual gifts. Please don't be afraid to ask for help. You wouldn't be on a planet with all these different people and this many of people if we were meant to be alone in our journey. We were never supposed to just figure this thing out alone. You have the resources available to you, so take advantage of that, especially if you have goals that you want to achieve. The Spirit wants you to know that you are truly worthy and loved. Self-esteem. I possess gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. They want you to step into your purpose. Try to figure out what that soul purpose is. What was that contract that you signed to come back to earth and to do? What do you feel called to do? What would you do for free without a hesitation? How do you find that you help people? Maybe you give advice to people. Maybe you give them resources on how to start careers or work for themselves. Maybe you bring truth to the masses about things that aren't being spoken about, that the people need to know so they can make good, better choices, right? Spirit wants you to trust and accept that their inner voice will always guide you in the correct way. They want you to tap into your intuition more. This is how you're gonna get a balance with your feminine energy, by going inward, and a balance with your masculine energy. And once you do so, you'll find that you'll be able to produce such powerful, great things, and you will manifest far quicker if you do so. So if there's things and goals that you're trying to achieve, maybe you're trying to finish school, maybe you're trying to get a better job, maybe you want to start a family, you will achieve that quicker if you come into healing with the parts of you that you were told to push down and push away and ignore. Okay, those old ways are dead, and it was toxic and it wasn't helpful, or maybe it was good for that time, but it no longer serves this new time that you're in, right? Honesty. I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. Yeah, I think it's all about self-reflection. Instead of looking externally all the time, tell the truth about the parts that are working and not working, that are hurting. I think once you start with self and do that self-reflection, you'll start seeing that progress in your life that you've been a little bit frustrated about. And you don't have to go through this alone. You have family, you have good friends, or make new ones. If the old ones are no longer clicking, you probably outgrew them, and it's not a bad thing. Be okay with letting go, though, the things that no longer serve you, so you can have a better life. Okay, I'm gonna pull secrets of the ancestors. I'm gonna pull one card from here and a St. Michael card, so that way you'll know advice to wow, that's a lot of advice, y'all. Okay, all right. Look at the High Priestess, intuition and knowingness. They want you to embrace your feminine energy, like your intuition and your, instincts, and that inner knowing is feminine energy. That quiet inner knowing is your feminine energy coming out, letting you know, like, hey, take and meditate and reflect. I think some of you are drawn to Egyptian, or if you've been drawn to ancient Egyptian culture lately, look into that, because you might find answers there, or there might be deities or energies from that time, or even a past lifetime, that you might find help in that area. Like, for example, I did a program with Queen Afua. It's Sacred Woman Healing, but there's also a Divine Masculine program that she has called Man Heal Thyself. And Queen Afua is very heavily influenced by ancient Egyptian gods and goddesses and practices and way of life and spiritual practices. She's definitely a high priestess in that regard. So I think that there might be something there. I think you guys should look into that. The matriarch, the martyr. Interesting. Father of earth. Look, you have the women and you have the man. Like, you can't, yeah, like the martyr, sacrifice and self-reflection. It's interesting that this card is the martyr and sacrifice and self-reflection. It does have a woman on it, but it's upside down. I guess as above, so below. The matriarch. Okay, let's start with this. The high priestess. I started with the high priestess. So look into Egyptian teachings, the connection with Egypt. I know there's certain, like, modern day society, especially palm color folks, they're very interested in Egypt. There's answers here. I would definitely look into that, especially if you play video games and it had like heavy Egyptian influences, or she looks like Isis too. Isis is my gateway that I went through Sacred Woman. And and Isis she goes by many different names, but she governs like marriage and family, and she also get children. So she's a really good energy to work with if you've come across her. The martyr, sacrifice and self-reflection. There's going to be a parts of you that needs to die, that you need to put onto the altar, right? If you want a good life, you can't hold on to the old ways of doing things and thinking and the things you used to say and expect. It's insanity, right? Like, what's the definition of insanity? Doing something the same way and expecting a different result. I think that sometimes we can get stuck in that energy. So if you want something different and something you never experienced and something you never seen, you're gonna have to do things you've never done. So it's gonna require sacrifice and work on your part. So put on your altar your pride, your ego, your selfishness, your fear. Even that is ego too. The victim energy that we tend to be in when we look outwardly, as opposed to, okay, I can't control other people. What can I do in this regard? What can I achieve? The matriarch, nurture and harvest. I think once you embrace the role what women play in your life, or feminine energy play in your life, and respect it, you will find harmony. You will respect the role of the matriarch, and you'll also attract one for your life as well, who would be a keeper of your inner knowings, your thoughts, your pursuits, your dreams. She will be fertile ground to nurture yourself into, right? But start within your heart internally, because the matriarch is within us as well. We have the father here, father of earth. It's very interesting how they say father of earth when it's usually mother earth, but there is an aspect of the earth that is also masculine too, like the pollination, and also earth brings forth and births out life. So, and Father Earth is the pentacles. You will reap blessings once you pursue, once you follow your spiritual journey. This is a lot of Aries energy as well. And get into nature, look into maybe Yoruba and other African nations and traditions, if you are of African descent especially. Look into like old ways and practices, because I think your soul will remember stuff and appreciate that and help with the healing. Father Earth is generosity. Yeah, be generous with yourself and healing. Be generous with others. If you've been kind of feeling stagnant or scarce mentality, I think this is a good time to share and be abundant. Don't go inward. Don't go inward in a sense of like stingy or selfish. Go inward for self-reflection, but be generous with your time and healing and of self, because there's a lot you have to offer this world. I think that's okay. We're at time. Oh, I just want to pull any advice, Saint Michael, and I'm gonna do the prayer of Saint Michael as I shuffle these cards, and then we'll close out. Saint Michael, the Archangel, defend us in battle. Be our protection against the wickedness and snares of the devil. May God rebuke him. We humbly pray, and do thou, O Prince of the heavenly host, by the divine power of God, cast into hell Satan and all the evil spirits who roam throughout the world, seeking the ruin of souls. Amen. Okay, these wanted to come out. Hey, this is nice. Okay. I'll try to read these quickly. There's a lot of these. Okay, Saint Michael, from Archangel Michael, new beginnings and fresh start. My prayer. Thank you for bringing new opportunities and offering support, and for helping me release and heal my past. Fill me with trust as I experience these life changes. Thank you. God is in charge. From Archangel Michael. Dear God, please help me let go of the situation, giving it in faith and trust to your divine wisdom and infinite love in order to resolve and heal everything and everyone involved. There's a lot of healing that's being expressed that needs to happen. From Archangel Michael, you created this situation and you have the power to change it. Thank you for letting me lean on your strength and for reminding me of personal power. Please guide me to manifest, heal according to divine will, creating peace and blessings for everyone involved. I think it's calling you to do something creative. Even art therapy would be a good way to start if you are been reluctant to do therapy. Maybe look up a place that does art therapy, so it won't feel like, it doesn't feel like therapy per se, right? From Archangel Michael, take your time making this decision. Archangel Michael, please help me stay strong and relax as I approach the situation. Remind me to detach and step back, allowing the situation to naturally unfold. Thank you for protecting me. Yeah, so if there's situations in your life that's causing a lot of stress or upheaval, they're asking you to trust, have faith, let go, and ask God, what lesson am I supposed to learn here? But also take accountability of the part you play as well. Hi guys, sorry I got cut off, so I just want to close out really quick. I lost storage, sorry about that. So it said, take time making this decision. Archangel Michael, please help me stay strong and relax as I approach the situation. Remind me to detach and step back and allow the situation to naturally unfold. Thank you for protecting me. And also from Archangel Saint Michael, he says, have confidence. Please, Archangel Saint Michael, lend me your courage and fortitude. Help me realize that I am one with all that is divine. Wisdom, strength, love, creativity, abundance, and health. Allow me to feel confident and peaceful about myself in all ways. That's been a common theme too, for you guys to feel confident, to feel to know, as spirit and God wants you to know that you have all the tools you need. All the tools you need, you already have within self. You do need to have faith and take time to take a step back and self-reflect on what you can do differently, which is completely fine. And also, it's not going to be this external. Do not look externally for things to be fixed. It needs to start within yourself. It needs to start. They just want you to know that you're so loved. You're so needed. You have a purpose. You don't have to feel intimidated by feminine energy. It's energy that you have within yourself as well to create, and to flourish and to heal. But it's different from masculine energy, where it tends to be, a little bit more creative and resourceful in the way it shows her strength, right? It can be wrathful, but it can also be quiet and stillness as well. And it's supposed to be in harmony, just like nature. Remember, there's a father of earth and a mother of earth. So tap into both. Look into Yoruba or ancient Egypt as a reference too, for spiritual guidance or practices. Maybe practices that they have, or even connection to like past life. I think that would be a good place to like do some research. But also look into getting therapy and healing. And therapy could look like different ways. Like there's art therapy, there's EDMR, I think is pronounced, where you look at a ball on a screen and you stare at it back and forth, and you allow your subconscious to bring forth things that are deep and buried within yourself, and then you can get to heal those things. It's a very alternative and really effective way of therapy too. There's so many different things and resources out there. Just take advantage of it. But what they want you to know, you have to be accountable, and it's not going to be something that falls into your lap. It's something that you have to actively do. And life doesn't have to be hard, and it doesn't have to be stressful or strenuous, so long as you're in balance between both feminine and masculine energy. If you just rely on one energy source, of course you find yourself feeling like you're treading uphill or climbing a steep mountain because you're only using one tactic or strategy, or one energy source to fuel you, when you have a plethora of. And Spirit just wants you to know that they love you so much, that you are so worthy. You have a purpose in this world. Tap into what your soul is calling out for you to do. And when you pray, ask St. Michael for protection. Look up the St. Michael prayer for protection, but also ask God, what is my purpose? Angels, ancestors, spirit guides, reveal to me what my purpose is here on earth. And oftentimes it's coupled with what you're passionate about, what you would do for free 99, right? How do you find yourself helping people and helping others? And you're really crazy about it, and you'll do it all the time. And also, like, how will you leave like this place, your society, this world better than how you found it? Is usually coupled with your talents and gifts and skill sets that you can learn. If you don't have it just yet, that's okay, because we're always constantly learning. We're always students, right? So you can always learn the skill sets if you don't already have them, but also what you're passionate about and what you want to see this place better than how you found it. Okay, so hopefully that is helpful. Try to start with there. I'll try to do more divine masculine energy. What I took away from this is that, you guys are so important. You guys are strong. You guys got this. Don't be discouraged. Build up your faith. Have more faith. I'm hearing that. And also know that you are loved. You are so important. You are valuable. They can't stress that enough, how much they love you. Okay, guys, I'm way over time, a little over 35 minutes or so. Sorry that the video cut off before. I'll tack this at the end, and we'll talk soon. Take care. Bye-bye.